everybody, and welcome to the most metal Monday Night Live. I'm your host, Robb Zipp, and tonight I don't have a metal band, but I am previewing Comicpalooza 2024. And tonight I'm not doing it alone. I've got four amazingly talented writers and artists joining me. So let's bring them in one by one. Let's Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Mark Nasso, you are a writer and an artist. Land of the Rats, right? And then we're going to add Drew Edwards. He's the writer for Halloween Man.
Howdy.
All right, we're going to add Mr. Milton Lawson. Milton, I like your Astros banner back there. Welcome.
Indeed. Thanks for having me.
Let me take this off for right now. And then, of course, Mr. Dan Price. He is the writer of Bigfoot Knows Karate. He is also a very talented artiste as well.
Hey, Rob, how you doing, man? Thanks for having me here. What's up, everyone?
I'm doing great. I am super happy to have you all here. We're all here because we're all going to be at Comicpalooza this May 24th through the 26th in Houston, Texas at the George R. Brown Convention Center. And I am press yet again. And as media, I have to do a preview for the show. And I thought, what better way to preview the show than to have some amazing creators that will be there in Artist Alley. So thank all you guys for being here. There could possibly be a surprise fifth guest, but I doubt it. They haven't got back to me, so I doubt that they'll be here. But I'm glad you guys all made it. And here we are. If you are watching and you want to be part of the show at any time, I do use Streamyard. That is the easiest way to live stream anywhere online. And if you want to leave a comment, it can show up on the screen just like that. So that's an example of what that looks like. So if there's anybody there in the live chat and they want to ask a question, if we get a lot of people, if you super chat, that's the best way to make sure your question gets onto the screen. So with that all being said, let's do a round table, and I'll just go in order from what people can see on the screen. Mark, why don't you tell everybody what you have going on at Comicpalooza?
I got to go first. Well, I'm not debuting a new book or anything, but I have some cool stuff that I debuted last year. Let's see where to begin. I'm prepared. So I have these cool sketch covers. This is the Land of the Rats sketch cover, and it's got 4 books in it, 144 pages. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay, yeah. Now, at first, I could just see the top, and it just looked like a blank page. I was like, okay, well, sure, anything could be a Land of the Rats sketch cover then.
Yeah. So it's got 4 books.
Oh, okay. There we go. Now I see it.
It looks pretty bland here, but
yeah, no, that's awesome.
For different varying prices, I can do a original piece, and I'll be doing original pieces all weekend. And for like $30, there's a smaller piece. A little bit higher, you get a more detailed drawing. And these sold pretty well last year. So I tested them out at the last Comicpalooza, and they flew off the table.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know. I definitely have. I have some prints of yours. I have some of your original art as well. You did a sweet Skeletor for me several years ago.
Remember that.
So there we go. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being my homie all these years. So do you know where you're going to be located yet? Or we'll get to that later. We'll look at the whole.
Well, I'm near Dan. I'm always near Dan.
You're always near Dan. All right. Well,
customers when I can.
Well, Dan's muted, so let's go to Drew, Mr. Halloween Man.
Well, I'm gonna have pretty much my entire back catalog with me. I am going to also be hyping the new issue of Halloween Man, which will be on Global Comics that weekend. So I'm going to be pushing both physical and digital media, hitting up both sides of things. And I have a whole bunch of panels off of the top of my head, on Friday, I have Bring On the Bad Guys, which is going to be about writing and creating comic book villains. And then I'm going to have Drawing Fear, which is going to be a horror comics panel. And then jump ahead to Sunday. I'm going to have a panel called Surviving, which I guess is kind of self-explanatory from the title, but I'll be posting as soon as I get them. I'm going to be posting like the room numbers and the times for those. Like right now, I only have the days, unfortunately, but
Sure.
I'm really excited because this is my first time doing panels at Comicpalooza, and I think it's going to be awesome. And I am going to be right next to Dapper Dan Price because we are sharing a table. So when you want to go get your Bigfoot knows karate, you can pick up some Halloween Man too, because we will be a dynamic duo of comic book action that weekend.
Well, Drew, so I know Mark is in Houston, Dan is in Austin, Milton, I believe you're in Houston as well. Yeah, but where are you located?
I am also in our great state's capital. I am also in Austin.
Okay, in Austin. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm glad you can make it. Have you been to Comicpalooza before?
This will be my first time. I'm really
wow.
stoked about it. I'm happy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy to. I've always heard stellar things about it, and I've tried to get into it in the past to no avail, and this year seems to be the year. And I'm happy to be there with my buddy Dan. So this is going to be awesome.
Awesome. All right, Dan, you can unmute yourself now.
Cool. Hey, I'm just making sure there's no background noise while everybody
that's
else
fine.
is
It's all
talking.
good.
Cool. Hey, man, how you doing?
All right. Thanks for being here. So you just had a Kickstarter. I backed your Kickstarter a little bit.
Yep. Thank you for that. Yeah, I know we did a Kickstarter for Hennigan, Bigfoot Knows Karate Hennigan.
Yeah.
Is it upside down? There you go.
There you go.
That was a great campaign. It was a prequel book to my regular series, Bigfoot Knows Karate. And I'm gonna have issues of Bigfoot of the Bigfoot regular storyline as well as Hennigan there. And I got a few of these killer Hennigan foils left over. So let me do that. So you can check those out. I'll have those over at the convention. And just really excited to be back to Comicpalooza and bring a new book to the table this year and see all my buddies. Because Mark, how long have I known you? Drew, how long have I known you? Milton, we met last year. Robb, I've known you for freaking forever. You know what I mean? And all of you guys I've met, except for Drew. Drew and I go back in Austin a long ways. But the rest of you guys, how did I meet you all? Comicpalooza. Think about that. And we've known each other for a long time.
I met you at Staple. You threw a condom at me.
Oh, was it at Staple?
It was at Staple, yeah. I don't think you're allowed to throw condoms at Comicpalooza. It's a little more family oriented.
You just have to put them in a little bowl on the table.
Yeah.
But I threw a condom at you. Fantastic. That makes it all the better.
You can do it after Comicpalooza at the hotel. You can do it.
Yeah. And Mr. Lawson, awesome. I met you last year, didn't I?
I think we met at Griff's once. Have you've been to Griff's a few times, right?
I stopped drinking 6.5 years ago. So maybe I might have gone to Griff's maybe 20 years ago or something. Maybe.
Wasn't your brother a big contributor to the Kevin Scott message board?
I am an only child.
Oh goodness. Okay. Well, there was an Andy Zipp that was quite a celebrity there. But yeah.
Andy Zipp. Now is that okay? Yeah, I don't know Andy Zipp.
Okay.
That's interesting. Are you friends with my friend Fernando?
Yes, I believe that's
Yeah.
how we
Yeah, I
linked
think we
up,
met through
yeah.
Fernando. Yeah.
Everybody knows Fernando. He's the ultimate connector of all of Houston.
Yeah, he is. I met him at University of Houston back in like 1996. I was wearing a Faith No More t-shirt. And he like ran me down.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and we've been friends
that'll
ever
be the thing.
since. Yeah, we've been friends
Yeah.
ever since. I saw him at the Mr. Bungle show the other day. Him and his wife. That was awesome.
Yeah, Nando is awesome.
He's a great comic book comic art collector as well.
Yeah.
So he's got amazing stuff. If you guys don't, I mean, I know me and Milton know Nando, but if you guys don't know him, you guys should know him. He's got some really cool stuff, without a doubt.
And all the Austinites nod, going,
Nice.
"Oh, I don't know Fernando."
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely like a West Side Houston guy. But
Right on.
yeah, I've been friends with him for 28 years now. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been
If
a
you're
while,
a fan of
but-
live music or comics, you'll eventually meet Nando.
Yeah,
It's the rule of Houston.
yeah, 100%. So
The rule of Houston.
So Drew, you mentioned a minute ago that you were doing some panels, and this is your first time doing panel. I mean, this is your first time at Comicpalooza, period. And then you're just going all in and doing
Yeah.
panels on this one. How did you go? Dan did an excellent panel last year. I made sure to catch that. I was on a panel last year. I'm not sure. I was on a panel the past few years. So
I
I'm
think
not
that was
sure.
my first panel at Comicpalooza, actually.
Was it? You did
Yeah.
a great job, Dan.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
And I'm not just saying that because you're
Dan
my
is
friend.
a very
You did-
good public speaker.
Yeah, and my mom was there, and she doesn't read comics or anything, and she thought you did a good job. So there you go.
Your mom's very cool. I've had the
it's
pleasure
just-
of meeting her a couple of times, and she is a very nice lady.
Thank you.
Mrs. Zipp, hello.
Yeah,
So-
she might watch this later. I
Yeah.
think my parents are watching the Astros right now, so
Oh, right on. That's awesome.
yeah. So I apologize, guys, for doing this right when the Astros are playing or Monday Night Raw. I've had some bands be like watching Monday Night Raw while they're doing an interview with me, and I'm like, come on, guys. So it's one of those things. So other than having your own table and selling your own merchandise, what are you looking forward to at Comicpalooza this year?
It's been a minute since I've done anything in Houston, so there's definitely aspects of my fan base that I have not connected with, because not that I've been actively avoiding Houston or anything, it just hasn't synced up. But also, meeting new creators, meeting new people, that's one of the things that I love most about comic books is the community aspect of it. And every time you go to a convention, you're sort of like expanding your friend base, you're expanding your family. And so, while it'll be great to see old friends and hang out with them, it'll also be awesome to meet new people and, check out their books and, introduce people to mine and, that kind of thing. That's one of the things, and, I'm surely not alone in this, that I love most about conventions. So, I'm just excited about that part of it.
Yeah, and it's a huge convention center. Everyone knows except for Drew. I'm letting you know it's a giant rectangle, and they take up the entire convention center. So there are wide spaces in the aisles, so it might be a little harder to capture some attention. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Guys that have been there.
I found a sweet spot a few years ago. It's one or two tables from the big main highway.
Yeah.
That way I can get some overflow and some visibility from the people passing by on both sides. And I guess Dan always likes to have the end cap where you're getting two tables on a corner. So I just found what works for me.
Yeah, I went to the corner table last year, and that worked out pretty well because it's not far off the beaten path.
Exactly.
But it's the big thing. Yeah, the aisles are bigger at Comicpalooza for sure. And so I never sit down. I mean, that's the big thing for me is I never sit down the whole time. I just stand there and, talk to people and, hey, come and take a look at my comic. I mean, I'm not shy. I will pounce on someone, because they didn't come there looking for me. I'm just some indie comic creator who they've never heard of and they don't know the product. And so why would they really care so much? It's my job to make them care. And, so I stand up and I'm talking to people the whole time. And, sometimes you get no thanks and they just keep on walking or they don't say anything or whatever it is. And that's okay. But, because they didn't come there looking for me. I would need them to leave being glad that they met me. And then I'm glad that I met them and that we had that moment, because that's what Comic Cons are all about, is having that moment with an audience and, making new readers. I mean, that's for me. Plus I'm really looking forward to going to Taqueria del Sol as I do every year.
That's your favorite.
That's my favorite. So I love Comicpalooza. It's like, because I get to come home. I mean, I grew up in Houston. I loved Houston. I lived there for 18 years. It's a great place. So, and Comicpalooza, I mean, I've been going to that one since 2010. I mean, so on and off, I've been going to Comicpalooza since its first year in the George R. Brown. And so I just love the show. It's always treated me really well.
Spider27 asked, will y'all be there that Saturday? Yeah, I think we'll all be there. We'll all be there.
All weekend
long. Yeah. Yep. So find those guys. I'll be around there. I don't have a table. I had a table once.
Last year.
No, it was in 2019.
No, the year before.
2019.
2019. Okay.
Yeah. You live a podcast from the table, right? You had a show. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was for the channel. Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah. And 2 years ago, I had a table at the podcast stage. That's right. I forgot about that. I was giving away a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you were giving away. You had a big box of stuff, and you were like, "Here, take this." And
I still have CDs from Russia, Russian heavy metal CDs.
Yeah, nice.
I got a pin, and most excellent adventures pin.
Yeah,
so,
I still have. I'm saving these for Comicpalooza, but this is all I have left. My buttons.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of them. Let's see if I can get close. Some of them are just the logo. If you can see that.
Yep.
But there's chase variants. But here's the this is real hard to see, especially with the light reflection, but it's the Dark Lord Sauron.
Okay.
And so that's my logo through his horns, and then the dark elvish around him says the most epic adventures.
Nice.
So the guy that came up with my logo, his name is Eddie. He came up with the Comicpalooza logo as well.
Okay.
So I'm always tied in with Comicpalooza.
Is that the new Comicpalooza logo behind you?
No, this is from 2011. I was looking at my pictures from Google Pictures, trying to find pictures from past years that I can use. I always like to do a backdrop. I have a green screen behind me, and I was trying to, I've got the backdrop to the video here. So yeah, I found that. I was like, oh, that's not the logo my friend designed. That's the that's the logo from 2011, which they changed it the next year. Chet Presley's a Picture Comics guys. What are they about? So yeah, I'm sorry. We just said that you guys have comics. We didn't really mention what they were about. So thanks, Chet, for jumping in with that.
I know Chet Presley. I think he knows what my comic is about, but I will do it anyway. So Halloween Man is best described as the weird adventures of a zombie superhero and a sexy mad scientist girlfriend. They battle everything from vegetarian vampires, evil Christmas trolls, ghost ninjas, dinosaurs, the Loch Ness Monster, Mr. Hyde, the Invisible Man. It's also a love story.
So let me show you guys something. I just did a quick Google search for Halloween Man, and this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Cologne.
Nice.
Yeah, that cologne is the bane of my existence. I get a message on
I'm seeing nothing but
like,
cologne. So let me do Halloween Man comic. There we go.
So, true story. That cologne is it's owned by an Italian company. I don't know why they chose the name Halloween Man, but because of the nature of copyright law, I can be Halloween Man in the United States and they can be Halloween Man in Italy. And the way it's been explained to me is there's kind of F all I can do about it. Like we're just in like a weird holding pattern where thankfully cologne and a comic book are fairly different items, but every now and then I get like a message on social media and go, "Oh, did you know about this cologne?" And I'm like, "Yes, I knew about the cologne. I know about the cologne." Like
Well, who would wear that for one thing?
I guess somebody that wants to smell like candy corn and death.
No.
So you can see there's a lot of candy corn and blood. There's a lot of gore in your comic.
Yes. I love horror movies, and it comes through in a lot of different ways. Halloween Man, he eats his bad guys. I see he's got. It looks like he's having like a little brain treat. Well, that's the Christmas issue, and we were like, what would be his version of milk and cookies? So he has a glass of blood and some brains. So he's gonna dip the brains into a tasty glass of blood. So he's an interesting guy. Don't know. Maybe the clone and I should make peace with each other, and they should just pay me to put Halloween Man's beautiful face all over their cologne bottles, and we'll just cross pollinate like that, because I think people really want to smell like a zombie. I think that's what people want. But enough about me. I want to know about everybody else's book, except for Dan's, because I know about Dan's. No offense.
Well, I've got Milson's queued up. Scout Comics website here. Orson Welles' Warrior of the Worlds.
Wow.
Here's number 1.
Yeah. So, is everybody on this pod familiar with who Orson Welles is?
Yes.
Rosebud.
Okay. So when I'm at a show like Comicpalooza, I always have 2 different versions of the pitch, and there's one for the general audience that doesn't even know who Welles is. But basically, since you guys are in the know, as you know, Orson Welles famously did a prank on Halloween, actually, without the cologne, convincing his radio audience that aliens had invaded. And there was a notorious amount of freak out and panic. People fled their homes. They released their animals. One dude supposedly shot at a windmill. And so there was just a whole lot of hubbub about it. And what my comic does is it imagines the reverse. What if it wasn't a prank? What if there really was an alien invasion and Orson Welles was just on the radio narrating the broadcast? Well, what happens next is he joins a secret society protecting Earth from aliens. So he's a filmmaker during the day, alien fighter at night. And at the show, I'll have multiple variants of issue number 1. This is the standard cover that you're seeing there. And we've got several different variants and even some metal covers available. And then in late July, we're going from issue 1 straight to the full trade, which is 238-page maximum opus craziness.
All right.
All right.
Are you
Nice.
getting you? But so it's later in the year. You're not going to have that at Comicpalooza.
Unfortunately, we're just going to miss the Comicpalooza deadline, but
Okay.
you can place your orders now. So,
All right, Mark. Let's go to your. We're going to go look at your website for a second.
Okay.
So here's your site. You've got the collected edition right here.
Yeah.
You can order this on your website, but you said you have some special edition versions.
Well, that's the main trade.
Yeah.
But the sketch cover version just has a blank cover, and you get a piece of art on it.
Yeah, exactly. Is that a Comicpalooza exclusive?
No, I have it at every convention, but I just give customers the option of the main cover, which it's the same interior, but just the cover's got a nice matte cover that you can draw on. And depending on the level of complexity, it starts basically at $30 for a sketch cover.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly, those sold really well at Comicpalooza, which I don't understand. Everybody just wanted a custom piece, you know.
You've done a lot of sketch cards too.
Yeah, you're on my main site, not the comic. Well, same thing.
Yeah.
I do occasional sketch cards for different companies, and those are Marvel. Guess I got to pitch my book. Okay, so
yeah.
Land of the Rats is a sci-fi fantasy story. It's on another planet, and the main hero is a hybrid rat-human. And the story picks up when the main hero is exiled out of the land of the rats. He comes from a jungle kingdom, and he goes into the wasteland. And in the wasteland, he gets into a series of adventures, and he's trying to get back to his homeland. So I hate to make comparisons to things, but I guess you're a He-Man fan, Rob. So
Sure.
It's kind of like He-Man, where it has mostly fantasy, but there's some sci-fi elements to it. It's like He-Man, just a little less homoerotic. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but crosses genres, and it has very little to do with rats, actually. It's about rats on the surface, but there's some religious and philosophical undertones that are subtext that's below the surface.
All right. Is this some of your day job sneaking in?
We don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. Fair enough. All right. Land of the
probably yes.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Dan. Dan, you've got Bigfoot Knows Karate.
Yes, sir.
Boom. Look at this flashy website.
Wix.com. That's who I use for my sites. So
Okay.
that's how I build my sites. There's no easier way to make a website than Wix. So that's
hashtag not sponsored. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's my unpaid endorsement. I've been using this platform for years. Bigfoot Knows Karate is the tale of a gentle yet deadly cryptid warrior who lives in a world where anyone can be the hunter and anyone can be the prey. In the first issue, he fights Kung Fu Thulu in the ultimate monster showdown. Think of it like Godzilla versus Kong meets Kill Bill with a twist. And like I said, that's just the first issue. It goes further off the rails from there. The characters like Chupacabra with a shotgun and Thermonucleodon, and you got Mothman and Minotaurs. Oh my! It's just a crazy comic book that I've been doing for last couple of years and just having a blast doing it. What's going on with that? Why is that not working?
I don't know.
Right. Yeah, that's weird.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's the cover for the deluxe edition of the first issue. That first one you were just showing.
Yeah.
This is a fan art gallery of stuff that we've received.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Dan, you are yourself a talented artist, but
Thanks.
Have you done any of these covers, or are these all from other people?
This is all from other folks. I mean, there might be a couple of sketches of mine in here, but this is all artwork from other artists for the most part. So, and I've been really fortunate, myself and Casey Allen, my co-writer, we've been really fortunate to receive some amazing artwork from some amazing artists all, worldwide. We received almost. This is not indicative because we have not put. Oh, she's 9. The girl who
Yeah,
did
that's
the last
awesome.
one.
Yeah.
What?
And
I'll go back. I'll
we've
go back.
received a lot of fan art,
go.
and it's really been motivating and incredible and humbling. That somebody would take time out of their lives to draw your character that they, I mean, in some cases that the first book hadn't been out and we had already received like 50 pieces of fan art for the campaign. That's crazy to me, people would be that, but I love it. Every time I see somebody's interpretation of the character, I'm always really blown away.
Well, I mean, yeah, I can only imagine. That's got to feel awesome.
It's awesome. I love that. The
Samurai
I often get comparisons to Samurai Jack for my comics. So somebody did a crossover type piece there. I thought that was really fun.
That's cool. You probably get a lot more of this than some of your other previous characters, especially from Nasso.
I mean, I got some fan art for Latex Avenger, but and that sort of thing, but not like this. This is crazy.
This is definitely more accessible. That's the Cthulhu guy.
Yeah, that's the Kung Fu Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's mine. That was one of the early sketches.
This one right here.
Yeah, that's the third sketch I did of him.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to sketch those covers I got from you.
Yeah, got it. I'll actually bring a pencil with me. I never draw at conventions, so I will sketch on that for you.
Well, Mark's going to be right there. I've got 2 of those covers.
Right.
So I got one for each of you guys to draw.
Right on. Badass. I'm glad Mark will be close by. I'll be like, hey, can I borrow a marker?
Yeah.
So,
the thing is, you want to pre-make a bunch of them so you have them ready at the convention because.
That's a good idea. Can I do that? Can I pre-draw it for you, Rob?
And just trade you the blank one? Just trade you? That's fine.
Okay.
That's 100% acceptable.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
I'm not going to complain about that whatsoever.
Okay, cool.
I see you guys' art. Oh, here we go. Mason says, happy Monday, worst Monday storm in Southwest Louisiana. Hope you're okay, Mason.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be really bad here, but it wasn't so bad. So I guess you guys got it worse. So I'm glad you're all right. And at least you have internet right now. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
He says, I'm okay. Good. You should come. Good. You should come over from. He lives in Lake Charles. You should come over from Lake Charles and come check out Comicpalooza. And I said that this is going to be a preview show, and we are previewing, everything that we have going on. But let's preview what the whole convention has going on. Shall we? Okay.
We shall.
You guys. There we go. Oh, what did he said something? I'm from Sulphur. Yeah, sorry. Sulphur it's right next to Lake Charles. My apologies, Mason. All right, here is the landing page. If you haven't bought your passes, you could do so now. Let's see how much are the passes this year, guys? Do you know?
$412.
Oh, the VI accept all the cookies. So they have different levels of passes. They've got the Comicpalooza VIP pass, which is sold out. The Anime Speed Pass, which is $139. Back to the Future Speed Pass, sold out. Flashback Speed Pass, $139. Horror Speed Pass, $139. John Cena Speed Pass, $150, which is sold out. Sci-Fi Speed Pass, $139. Adult Weekend Pass. So an Adult Weekend 3-day pass, just straight up, is $105. Friday by itself is $50, Saturday by itself is $74, and Sunday by itself is $74. I'm kind of surprised by that. And but a children's weekend pass is only $6. That's good. That's amazing, actually. They used to do kids free on Sundays, but I guess $6 is pretty close to free. So,
hey, Rob.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, all we can see is just the landing page. We actually can't.
Oh, I wonder why that is. Okay, my apology. Thank you for.
No worries. Thank you.
Oh, because it opened up. It opened up another page. That's why. Here we go. That's. It opened up another page. Here we go. I can show you the. Yeah, because this is Leap events. There we go. You can see them now.
Yes.
Yeah, see all the prices. So, what do you guys think?
Sounds like a deal.
I mean, I can't imagine the artist tables were cheap though.
No.
The thing is about convention pricing, it has been so long that I have gone to a convention just as like doing the tourist thing, going to the convention and not working it, that I feel like I don't know what is reasonable. And I'm not trying to make this a cop-out answer, but I don't know what is reasonable convention pricing anymore, because I'm always on the other end of the table. And I'm sure, Dan, you probably feel the same way about that too.
I haven't been to a convention not on the other side of the table, and I haven't done that since 2014 when I took my kids to San Japan. You know what I mean? So it's like every time I'm at a convention, I'm working it. So I don't know. I'm with you. I'm like, because I just think like, hey, for a couple more bucks, these VIP people could just set up a table and sell their wares. So, but I at the same time, like, they have the different tracks now that you can do, and so that's pretty cool. I mean, you want to meet John Cena, so now you have to buy the speed pass as well as your daytime your ticket.
So what I'm seeing here for just specifically John Cena speed pass, which is sold out. So you do get the 3-day admission, which is worth $105 right there. So for an extra $45, basically, you get a 30-minute early admission to the exhibit hall. So if there are like collectibles that you want to get, it's kind of like a VIP pass almost. And then for you get in the VIP line access for all autographs, photo ops, and panel sessions related to John Cena. Again, his autographs and photo ops are separate purchases. So I think it's worth it. Like if you're gonna be there all 3 days and you're a big John Cena fan, even though you can't see him, you're paying an extra $45. If you're a major fan to get closer in that line, I think it's worth it.
Absolutely, like the Back to the Future speed pass. Like if I was going to do this not working, I'd do the Back to the Future speed pass. I mean, you get to meet.
What's the horror speed pass? That's my.
You're a horror guy. Let's. Where is that horror speed pass? 3-day admission to Comicpalooza, 30-minute early entry, VIP line access for all autographs, photo ops, and panel sessions related to Robert Englund, Renee Blakely, Amanda Weiss, and Andrew Robinson.
That's pretty cool. I would definitely do that if I was.
So that's that's $139. That's it's only $34 more than the regular weekend pass, and you don't get with the regular weekend pass, you don't get any early admission. So with this, you get 30-minute early admission.
Well, and I would pay that just to meet Robert Englund by himself. Like that alone, it'd be worth
you probably
it
will.
Me.
You probably will. Like that's an addition. You still have to pay an addition for the autographs and the photos.
But I get to skip the line, so
you get to skip the line. Exactly. So Rob. So we're starting to get into the let's stop sharing that. We're starting to get into the different guests. So let's take a look at the guests here. We don't want the past guests. Okay, now let me. This is what people get really excited about when it comes to these conventions. Is Oh, my mom's saying something. What did my mom say here? She says, seems expensive to me since I always got in free with you, Rob. Yeah, that's my mom. That's my mom. She's watching
Honest,
now.
I dig it.
Yeah. But I mean, it is
That.
what it is. Dan remembers you. He's saying hi, Mom. So here are the guests. Here are the celebrity guests. Whoop. So Vivian Lyra Blair. That's the little Obi-Wan Kenobi, the little Princess Leia.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she's not related to Linda Blair, is she?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can she spin her head around? If she can spin her head around, then we got
Yeah.
there might be a
What is
chance.
what is her relationship with Pea Soup?
Yeah.
I guess if you go, you can ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got
Auntie
Ronnie
Linda?
Ronnie Blakely from Nightmare on Elm Street, Nashville, and The Driver. Creed Bratton. Creed from The Office. So a lot of these, if you scroll over them, you see that they're there. Like most of these are they're Saturday and Sunday. They're not there on Friday. Andy Buckley was on The Office, Jurassic World, Veep. John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
He's only there on Sunday. So that's something to keep in mind. Sometimes they have some of the celebrities only come on a Saturday or a Sunday,
Right.
just to get people to come just for that one day, especially a Sunday. So someone like him, he's going to be probably their biggest guest. He's kind of blown up outside of the wrestling world now. Have you guys seen did you guys see Argyle?
No.
No, I'm the only one who saw Argyle. Oh, my mom says hi, Dan. All
I
right.
saw about half of it.
Oh, you walked out?
No, I was watching it from home, so I know where to walk to. I mean, it was fine.
Okay.
I just haven't finished it yet.
Okay. It's fine. There's twists at the end. Shannon Doherty, Robert Englund, Michael J. Fox, which it's amazing that he's going to be there. He's going to be there Saturday and
That's
Sunday.
awesome.
With Christopher Lloyd, obviously that Back to the Future. Got Napoleon Dynamite himself is going to be there. John Heder.
By the way, to everyone out there, if you have not yet seen the recent Michael J. Fox documentary, I highly recommend it.
Where can we see it?
I think it's on Apple at the moment.
Okay.
I'll look at the title here. Can't remember. It's an obvious title, but still.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Rose McGowan, Anson Mount, Black Bolt. Hopefully we don't see his head explode. Oscar Nunez, Efren Ramirez. He's Pedro. Randall Reeder is the guy, one of the biker guys from Deadpool. Did you guys remember him?
Mm.
He was like in the bar scene. Yeah, exactly. Andrew Robinson, Rebecca Romaine, Mystique.
Okay.
Original Mystique. She's no longer Mrs. Stamos, so she's just back to Rebecca Romaine. James Tolkien. Wow. And Amanda Weiss. Wow. And then do you guys know any of these anime guests?
I'm not
I
an
do
anime
not.
guy.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything, though.
Right.
Well, Kamiko Glenn, she was in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That was awesome. I wonder what role she played in that. I don't know what she played in that. Maybe she played the
Anime spider person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
From the guy from that band.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Here are the comic guests. Why don't I see you guys on the top row?
Well, because they have Stan Sakai and Chip Zdarsky for one.
Yeah, Chip
Wow.
Zdarsky. I met Chip Zdarsky several years ago. I think I met him at Staple, actually.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think he was there. Yeah, I think I bought or maybe I was just reading Sex Criminals at the time. But I think I met him at Staple. Staples pulled some amazing comic guests from time to time. So
I agree.
They had Sakai there one year. They had Kevin Eastman there one year.
Yeah, I
That's
met
my
Kevin
favorite
Eastman.
year.
Yeah,
Eastman year was the best year.
yeah. So and Julie Sakai. Is this all these are all the comic guests they're showing? Okay.
So far.
Just these guys and lady. We got some cosplay guests. You guys know any of these cosplayers?
No.
No. You don't know Stardust Magoo? No, I mean,
yeah.
no, but honestly, like these are some amazing, like the cosplay costumes are amazing. And that's one of the things that people
absolutely.
really enjoy about going to any convention is seeing the people dressed up. And it's encouraged.
Yes.
Oh, it's cool. I mean, they put some real work into that stuff. I mean, it's incredible. There was this guy who was dressed up like this thing from some game recently at a convention that I went to. Don't ask me what the game was, couldn't tell you. But he looked amazing. And I mean, this thing stood, I don't know, 8 feet tall. He was like some Gollum mech type thing, you know, just like really cool looking. And I mean, I was blown away by it. Absolutely blown. I think he 3D printed the whole thing. I mean, it was really incredible.
I'm just now seeing that. Sorry, Drew. Yeah. So there.
Like I can you hear me? Like it was I lost everybody for a second.
Yeah, we're sorry. Can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay.
Can now. Cool.
Milton looks like he's like creeping through the blinds. Like
Yeah, I'm hearing my
window.
own. I'm hearing my own film noir set. Here, I'm gonna adjust the blind.
I mean, you're a small postage stamp right now, so it's not that noticeable, but I can see it.
Like a woman walks in smoking a cigarette and looks at me and goes, Milton, we need to talk. You know, I mean, like it should just, yeah.
All right, we got some voice actors. Some of these are the same people we've seen in other areas. We have podcast guests. We got Ming Chen. So I invited Ming Chen. To be part of this, and nothing. Not a no, not an FU, just nothing. So I don't know if he gave me a bad email address or something. I didn't get bounced back, so I guess he's just busy or something. I don't know. He's not interested. But Ming will be there. I guess we'll ask him about it. But yeah, I invited Ming Chen to join us. Maybe I'm too small potatoes for him to. He was my Twitter friend when I was on Twitter, but
what's Twitter?
Or well, it was still Twitter at the time. It was still Twitter. Yeah. As soon as Elon let that sink in, I'm not big on social media anyway. Dan and Mark know that.
Yeah.
I'm only on YouTube and LinkedIn. That's it. I was actually on Blue Sky for a couple of weeks, and I just axed that.
Oh, that's right. I have a Blue Sky account.
See, exactly.
Exactly.
I had 3 followers, and it just sucked. It was exactly a Twitter clone. I mean, it was made by Twitter. That's the weird thing. Like, why did they make a copy of Twitter? Why did Twitter make a copy of Twitter? It made no sense.
Has anybody gotten on Threads on Instagram?
I have, but I haven't really.
Yeah,
I won't use anything by Meta. Not even WhatsApp.
Oh, really?
Nothing by Meta. No. Nope. But anyway, look at these guests. Look at Sarah Wolofsky. She's a podcaster. Skywalking through Neverland. Look at those Ewok ears.
Nice.
Those are adorable. But do you guys know any of these? Danny Moda is a content creator on YouTube. NC Hammer 23 is a content creator on YouTube. Combo Panda, aka Bradley Smith, is a YouTuber. Do you guys know any of these guys?
No.
Although all the podcasts I listen to are strangely not about pop culture and usually about like folklore or the occult. So I don't know who any of these people are.
Do you watch the Y-Files?
No, I'm a big Bigfoot Collectors Club fan though. So
Okay.
I don't know if you listen to that one.
No,
That's
I like
a
the
personal favorite.
I like the Y-Files because if it's a like some kind of crazy Art Bell, coast to coast story, he basically he tells you the story and shows funny clips, and he's got a comedic relief goldfish next to him. But it's entertaining. But then at the end, he's just like, this is not true, or this was debunked here, But he makes it entertaining. He's not just like, you guys are all idiots for believing this.
Yeah.
But he's just like, this is the story, and this is why it's done really well. It's done really well. He has it on he's on YouTube. He has one on a podcast as well. I mean, he doesn't know me. I don't know the guy, but I enjoy it. And anytime I hear people say that they like that kind of stuff, I think they might enjoy that as well. That's all.
Sounds tongue in cheek.
Yeah. Sounds in my wheelhouse for sure. And I think that name sounds familiar, so it makes me wonder if he has done a guest appearance on one of the podcasts that I listen to.
Could be, perhaps. So we have literature guests as well. So for those of you that are
hoity-toity.
No, I mean they've since the beginning have had literature tracks.
Is it the same guy twice?
Yeah, Clay McLeod Chapman.
Okay.
He's done a couple of these. And here's a whole literature. There's a whole bunch of writers here these are not
Awesome.
They're not comic writers. They're like novel, sci-fi. I don't want to be on the email. There's a bunch of them. John Simons, he's going to be there all 3 days.
What did he write?
He wrote Comicpalooza.
Okay.
You know him. He's the one.
Yeah.
That's the guy. That's the guy that created Comicpalooza. He sold it several years ago to the city of Houston. Actually,
He recruited me to Comicpalooza in 2010, and I paid $75 for my table.
Oh, he recruited you. There you go.
Yeah, at another convention, he told me about it, and I'm like, "You got what cooking up?" And he's like, "Yeah, new Comic-Con and tables for $75."
Yeah, that's awesome.
Was it only $75 back then? That was when we were on the artist alley. Was on the in the concourse area.
Yeah, it was not even in the actual room; it was in the hallway.
Because the convention only took place on the second floor.
Yeah.
And we were in the hall.
I mean, a lot's changed. I know Rob Cicito. He's got a picture with the wolf there. That's fitting because his book is about wolves. But that is that's like a graphic novel that he wrote. So canceled. Holly Marie Combs. She's not going to be there. But you know what? In past years, we've had a whole bunch of canceled. So for there to be only one, it's kind of a bummer she's not there. But, it's cool that all these other people are going to be there. Who are you guys really excited to see?
Probably Stan Sakai. He's somebody I look up to a lot. I think a lot of indie creators in my generation look up to him, and then I guess next would probably be Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah,
Drew
Usagi Yojimbo is classic. Yeah, and this picture from Chip, he's used this as his headshot for a long time. He's an interesting fella.
Look at that stud. I wish I had that level of confidence.
Well, let's look at the it's funny, we look at the activities tab. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
That picture is my friend Jamie, the stilt walker next to the CP logo. So can we make this bigger? No, it just goes straight to the tracks. Yeah, that's my close friend Jamie. But we've got an anime track. Let me make sure you guys can still see this. Yeah, okay. There's an anime track, comics, cosplay, e-gaming, literature, family. Look at the little kid dressed as Bob Ross. That's adorable. Tabletop gaming and podcasts. Hey, wait, is that Milton? Milton's in that picture there with the podcasts.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey.
And the funny thing is that was not a podcast. That was a panel.
That was a what?
It wasn't a podcast panel?
No, it was just a panel.
That's funny. Well, there you go. Let's look at now these guys are podcasters.
Are they? We assume.
Yeah.
Like,
They have a
because
giant microphone behind them. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is they put YouTubers in with the podcast group. You know, it's all lumped together. But again, we see Combo Panda, Danny Moda, Ming Chen, NC Hammer 23. Where do you think that picture is with NC Hammer 23? Can you guys see that?
It looks very collegiate, like he's
Yeah, I
at
was going to say
university. Yeah.
It's
Princeton.
the Galleria.
Princeton.
It's a mall.
He's the Weeb Commander. He's got almost 1 million subscribers across 2 pages. Oh, he's got 2 pages. Okay. Specializes in deep anime/manga analysis. Okay, that's why I don't know who he is. What does Combo Panda do? Maybe we should look up their YouTube pages. He's a hip teenage panda who hosts his own gaming channel featuring games such as Roblox and Hello Neighbor. Okay. Oh, and he has friends on the VTuber channel. Are you guys familiar with the VTuber? What VTubers are?
Can't say that I am.
So VTubers are so they're like animated avatars. So instead of like us talking, you know, while we're like playing a game or whatever, there'll be like an anime character that they'll go through with kind of like how they did Gollum with Andy Serkis. They map the character over the person, and so their movements are created, but it's like their anime character. That's a VTuber.
Wow.
And
And
Danny
that's
Moto, he's
specifically for video games, or is that something they use on YouTube?
VTubers. They could be on YouTube or on Twitch. I guess they could be on Kick or Rumble also. But
Okay.
this is another video game content creator on YouTube with over 400,000 subscribers and 1.4 million TikTok followers. He does reaction videos. All right, and he's reading a book upside down and backwards. So, yeah, that's what the kids are into these days. No reaction from any of you guys. Nothing.
Yeah, we're just suckers trying to write and draw. Why bother?
I'm doing it
Watch
wrong.
something else and react to it.
Yeah. Here I was working right side up and doing it, you know, and they're just going to turn it upside down, and you know, the work's ruined.
All right, let's look at the general information for you guys. It's the largest annual multi-genre comic book, science fiction, anime, gaming, and pop culture convention in the southern United States. It is held in Houston, Texas. No, before you go, I mean, don't bring in anything. There's hotel, you know. Where are you staying, Dan? Are you staying with your folks?
Oh, no, I'll stay at the hotel.
Are you staying right next to the convention center?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Rich boy.
Well, no, it's just
Dan
close.
Dan doesn't like unnecessary walking.
Dan doesn't like my folks moved all the way out to like to Richmond Rosenberg area, and what?
I live in Sprang, man. So,
yeah, but at least you're local and you can, you know what I mean? Like I love my folks, but like it's a long schlep, you know, every time you want to go into town.
Same
Drew,
distance.
where are you staying?
I am staying with a friend of mine who lives in Houston, so I can use this as not only a business trip but an excuse to play catch up with someone who I haven't seen in a year or two. So
Very
it's my
nice.
good buddy Hunter. Yeah,
Cool. Is Hunter going to be at the convention?
probably a little bit. You know, I don't know how much. You know, like he's not really like so much a comic book person, but you know, he'll probably come out and check out. You know, probably on Sunday.
Awesome. Well, I hope you able to get him an extra pass. I was only able to get one pass this year, so sorry, Mom. Yeah, I don't know. I'm planning on being there all 3 days. I know I'm not gonna. I know on Saturday night. Are you guys participating in the art auction?
I probably will. I missed it last year, but I love doing it. So
I'm trying to see. I don't see where it is on the.
although I haven't heard anything about it, usually they send an email about now. So
Yeah,
that's strange.
they've been kind of. It's been a little different this year. Usually they send me an email too about press, and this year they didn't. And somebody asked me if I was going to be there, and I'm like, I haven't heard anything about it. So I went on the website and I was like, oh crap, I need to fill out this this press form, and I did, and they're like, okay, you're in. Just make sure you do a preview episode before and send it to us. So that's what this is. Last year, I just did a little thing I was in a hotel and I was like, hey, I'm going to be at Comicpalooza. Come see me. That was it. So yeah, I'm parking in a parking garage. I already paid for my parking garage. But
You can prepay that.
What's that?
You can like reserve a spot in the whole thing.
Yeah, I use this app called Spot Hero, and it's actually pretty good because you can see the prices of the different. I'm not sponsored by them in any way or anything, but you can see the prices of the different parking garages and how far away they are. The parking garage right next to Convention Center, it's like $50 or more each day.
Right.
So I'm not doing that. So I got a parking garage spot for $10. I paid for Friday and Saturday, and Sunday parking is free at the meters. Most people don't realize that. So I'm just gonna park in the street somewhere. If I do actually go, I'm probably gonna go all 3 days, but I'm not gonna take it like I don't know like if I'm gonna be on any panels because like I don't even see any panel schedules on here. I know there's a new app. Did you guys get the app?
Haven't downloaded it yet. Need to do that.
Yeah.
It's not easy to find, but it's
It's my understanding that they're still figuring out the panel scheduling.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah. So I guess get the app, guys. If you don't have it yet, I know they've had an app in the past, and this is all their media. I'm gonna just close that out. But so you guys are most excited to see Stan Sakai, all four of you?
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Are
He's the
you guys
man.
are you guys gonna get anything autographed by him or anything?
If I can get away from the table long enough,
Yeah.
I have some Usagi stuff I can get signed for sure. He's I think a very important figure in terms of creator-owned comics, and I actually had the privilege of being on a panel with him at Baltimore Comic-Con, not this last year, but a few years ago, and he's very, very nice man to boot. So, I doubt he would remember me, but I could always play that card and see if I can get a few extra words in.
I've definitely seen, the exhibit floor is open to the artists, so you guys can set up early. And I've definitely got there real early and seen other artists line up for people like Chris Claremont in the past and stuff like that before the even VIP people get in. So that might be if he gets there early, some of these bigger artists, they know that that's going to be kind of what happens, So if you guys get there real early, you could probably just stand there and wait for him.
Because it's a challenge to get away from the table during the middle of the show. I mean,
yeah, I can imagine. Oh, but with you guys together, you can watch each other's stuff. Now, Milton, you're a little bit further than the rest of these three guys, but I'm sure Nando will stand there and watch for you.
I might even be closer to where Sakai is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, usually they have like a map. They don't even have that this year.
I've got one, but maybe it's just because I'm.
Yeah, we all have them, but they haven't released it out to the public yet.
They
That's
haven't.
wild.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking I'm looking at the website, and I guess maybe they want you to just go to the app, but I'm on my computer. I can't look at an app on my computer.
There's the
I have a
map. Don't y'all know about the map?
Yeah, where is it? Where do you see it?
I have it. I wouldn't know how to get you to it, but there's the table map that shows the floor with everybody's name and their table number. And you can kind of swipe.
I think that's just the one that we can see right now. I don't think they've made that one public.
Yeah, I don't think
it's part of the get to know the artist and the show floor.
Oh, well then, shit, I don't know.
I could be wrong. Okay.
Let me see if this buyer's guide.
Buyer's guide, that's it. You can peruse all the dealers and exhibitors and plan your purchasing early.
But you don't want to spend money with those mainstream people. You want to go to Artist Alley and buy indie comics.
To be fair, on the very bottom, the first thing you see is press credentials. So that's how I was able to sign up.
Okay.
And it helps that I've had press credentials there forever. So once a lot of these places, unless you do something really bad, once they give you press credentials, you keep getting them. Yeah, the schedule. Here's the schedule. I do have the schedule here. Can you guys see this?
No.
I took it off. But it's okay. You know what? People, go to comicpalooza.com. I've kept you guys for over an hour. I like to do these things around an hour. So I don't want to keep you guys any much longer than needed, but I'm psyched to be there again. I'm glad I'm going to be there again. I'm excited to see you guys all there. Drew, it'll be nice to meet you. I know.
I can't wait. Can't wait to meet you in person.
So I think at least 3 of us are on the 2200 section. So we'll have to hang out.
Absolutely.
I know.
And I'm not too far away. I'm in the 2900.
Okay.
I mean, that thing it's like city blocks.
It's like
people that have Drew, you don't understand the scope and size of this convention. Like, it is massive. Like, it might not have the most people like a San Diego or New York or something like that, but the size, the square footage of the convention center. I mean, just the exhibit floor, and then you've got the 2 other levels. It's just insane. It's insane.
Well, Drew, you've done like
I'll be sure to wear
San Diego.
Oh yeah. San Diego is insane, but every convention has its unique qualities, and I'm excited to embrace the Comicpalooza's quirks. So I'll be sure to wear my walk-in boots, so I don't don't destroy my calf muscles or whatever while
Or
transversing comics.
you can go to thefitville.com and save 25% off with code RZ25. Yes, you can free your toes with Fitville shoes. I am an affiliate for Fitville. So yeah, if you have wide feet like me, they're perfect. They have wide toe. That's what they specialize in, or wide toe box. But even if you don't have wide feet, they have regular size. I know, Dan, you have narrow, skinny feet, so you can get narrow, skinny feet shoes too.
Why do y'all know so much about each other's feet?
Hey,
I was just wondering the exact same thing.
I was at your wedding, Dan.
He's part of he's part of one of those same forums that Quentin Tarantino is.
He watched me step on the glass and scream. Like when everybody screamed Mazel Tov, he went, "Hey, what's up, Smallfoot?"
Feet things are weird. My mom doesn't get that, but feet things are weird. I went to Maui and I did not want to show my feet, but there was like 1 second where you could see my feet on one of those videos from Maui. So hopefully nobody's screen capturing that and sending it to weirdos.
I screen captured it.
Or start an OnlyFans, because this
we're going to start an OnlyFans in your honor based on that one foot.
I mean, I'm not a foot guy. You know, famously, I am not a foot guy. But you know, whatever floats your boat.
Famously not a foot guy.
But your book.
I don't know.
It says,
Are you
bio on your Instagram? Not a foot guy.
Just like Robb Liefeld.
Well, I mean, I think I'm more of a Jim. If I were a '90s comic book artist, I think I'd be Jim Ballant, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. No looks of realization.
Catwoman, right?
Yes, a very chesty Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm talking about boobs, okay?
Talking about
boobs. We'll just stop beating around the bush. I was trying to be classy, but you know, yeah.
Awesome.
Dan,
awesome,
I love that I can still embarrass Dan.
No, you're not. I'm just laughing, dude. I'm just laughing.
You're laughing with me and not at me.
Sure.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing all the celebrity guests, though I won't be able to even get any footage of them at all. Like that's forbidden.
Oh wow.
So it's like in their contract. So I can't there's a line there. I can't cross that line with my camera. And actually I don't even I use my phone. I'm definitely all about using a phone to make videos. Obviously I'm not using a phone right now, but if any of you guys have checked out my channel, you know, I'm a travel vlogger and I use my phone. So
right.
I like it when you go to water parks.
Do you really?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
You know what? That's so funny that you say that. Like, honestly, my most watched videos on my channel are freaking water videos. And I'm a 46-year-old fat man. I don't really like, and I burn so easy too. So it's like, I don't really like going to water parks or water things, but everyone else freaking loves when I do. Like, it's insane. I do not understand it. But
yeah, I mean, water parks and metal shows. That's what I like watching Rob Zipp do. So
I like your metal shows.
Yeah.
Well, I'm speaking of metal shows. I'm going to Milwaukee Metal Fest. I'm flying up there on Thursday. So this weekend is Metal Fest in Milwaukee. Next weekend is Comicpalooza. The weekend after that, I'm gonna see a soccer game in California, and then go to Disneyland the next day. So. And then like a week or two after that, I'm going to Dallas for Dallas Fan Expo.
Wow,
so,
you're all over the place.
Wow.
Hey, that's why I call it the most epic adventures, man. So, but all right, if you guys want to stick around, I can go ahead and end this. If you guys have anything else you want to say to anybody who might be joining in, people always end up watching these later.
Sure.
A couple people joined us live, but people are watching wrestling and baseball right now. So
if you want to follow me on Instagram. I'm Drew_Halloween. Pretty easy to find. I will be posting my schedule for panels and whatnot on there. So you can, if you want to come by and say howdy at Comicpalooza, that's the best way to figure out how.
You can follow me here at Danomite139 on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, that kind of thing. Also, there's a Big Footnotes Karate group on Facebook, so check that out. I got a few other things I'm doing this summer. Comicpalooza on the 24th through the 26th. Heroes Con in Charlotte, North Carolina, June 14th through the 16th. July 20th and 21st, I'll be at Greater Austin Comic Con. And then Baltimore Comic Con in September 20th through the 22nd. And then Casa in San Antonio, October 5th. So please come out and hang out and say hi. And thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, Rob.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I guess I'll go next. I'm most active on Instagram. You can find me at Mark_Nasso. Thanks, Dan, for referring me to the podcast here. So glad I got to be a part. I'm looking forward to Comicpalooza. Last year, there was a huge hunger for indie comics for some strange reason. You wouldn't think that would happen at Comicpalooza with all the big names and cosplay, but there was like a lot of hungry people asking, what's this about? What's your book about? They were after weird stuff. And for some reason, there was a lack of independent artists and writers there. So I'm hoping there's going to be more of us together where they can come find us. It almost felt like I was at Staple or one of these smaller conventions.
Okay.
And I'm Milton. You can find me on all the different social medias at Citizen Milton. One thing I didn't get a chance to say, if you are at the show on Friday, I will be moderating a panel called Process Junkies. It's at 3 p.m. on the Emerald stage, and Dan is going to be one of the featured panelists. And we're just going to talk about our processes and recommending resources for other people to help develop their processes. And of course, as always, please pre-order my book, Orson Welles' Warrior of the Worlds, now in Previews catalog, coming out July 24th. And if you call your comic shop, they can reserve you a copy.
So I know it's from Scout Comics, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know Jen at Space Cadets loves Scout Comics. So you'll definitely have copies there up in the Woodlands. Shenandoah.
Have you been to the new? I just went to the new location for Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, I actually made a video about it. So yeah, I have some stuff on sale on consignment there. So
cool.
I stopped by, said hi, got some money, made a little video.
Excellent.
Yeah, when I turned 40, I'm 46 now. I sold all my comics and action figures. Oh, I took them all to Jen for consignment. Not all. I still have Dan's stuff. I still have Mark's stuff, but it's all the. So I still have some of the indie comics, but all the DC, Marvel, all that stuff, it's gone.
Got to hold on to those old latex Avengers, man. Those are going to be worth dollars one day.
Well, you guys are my friends, and these are, everything that. You know what? No, I did sell some signed comics, but I didn't sell any of the signed independent comics. And then I have all the sketch cover comics on my stairwell. I have one side of my stairwell are sketch cover comics. So I'm hoping I have a couple of Bigfoot Knows Karate sketch covers put up there. I got one from you, Dan. I look at every day.
Which one?
I think it was Captain Oblivious. Did I say it right this time? I always screw that up.
Masters of the Obvious.
Masters of the Obvious. Dr. Biclops.
Dr. Biclops with the Latex Avenger together.
Oh, I remember that. That was a long time ago, man. Yeah.
It was a
That's
while.
cool as hell.
And then Mark, I have your. I guess it was the last year I paid for a VIP ticket, 2016. I got the VIP T-shirt that you drew with the Ninja
Oh, yeah.
Turtles, and I have that in a box because you signed it. So I have that in a like a T-shirt
Mhm.
frame right there too. So
That's great.
Cool.
I think about you guys every day.
Wait a minute. What?
It's awesome.
Hey Terrence, how you doing?
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well,
Real quick, Rob,
Yeah,
thanks for
go.
doing this tonight.
Yeah,
And
you're
thank you
welcome.
so much for
Thanks for
like
having me.
being there and being like rooting us on for, I mean, like seriously, I've known you for a lot of years, man. And you know, you've always been just really awesome. So thank you for that. I mean, we go back a lot of years, we're friends, and just appreciate this. You know,
Well, no problem, man. Thank you for helping me get all these other people together. You know, like I said, I knew
these are
Mark
good
already,
cats.
and I met Milton before, so and I knew of Drew because I know that you guys worked together on stuff. You guys did some
All
split
lies.
comics and stuff.
All lies.
So
Nothing he says about is true.
He's a great guy.
like I said, I had to do a preview episode,
Mm.
you know, for my press credentials. Last year, I just was like, "Hey guys, I'm going to be at Comicpalooza. Come see me." But I wanted to do something a little different this time.
All right.
So,
I enjoy the promos we do.
More epic.
CDs at my table.
were you where I leave? What?
CDs at my table, and we do like a cross promotion.
Yeah, I don't have any CDs to give away this time.
Mm.
I gave them all away. I mean, I do still have some CDs, but those are the ones I'm keeping.
That pulls in
Yeah.
all the metalheads, and we can talk.
Yeah.
And,
I'm sorry.
Mm.
Well, I'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. All right. Terrence said he's not cosplaying this year. Oh, that's a shame. He dressed up as where were you last year? Were you the Flash? I can't remember. Terrence, my buddy Terrence was there, so he's just chilling. So, all right, guys. If you guys want to stick around, we could have a little private chat when I'm done here. Oh, Spider-Man. That's right. That's right. I knew it was something that was red. But again, thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, man.
All right, don't leave quite yet if you don't mind.
Much.
Unless you have to. Unless you really are holding in some pee or a big poop. Oh, let me take that away. I'll put that back up there. I'll take that away. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this 2024 Comicpalooza preview issue. Thanks so much to Mark, Drew, Milton, and Dan for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I went a little longer than normal, but we had a good time. I hope we answered any questions you might have had about Comicpalooza. If not, just go to comicpalooza.com. They might put stuff on their social media. Their social media team isn't super strong. But again, I'm not on other social media. I'm just on YouTube and LinkedIn, and they're not real super active on those platforms. I'm not even sure if they're on LinkedIn, but that's that. I'll be there. I'll be there all 3 days. I'm not going to stick around for the art chat. All right, cool. Drew's going to. All right, cool. All right, but that's it. I'll be at Comicpalooza next weekend. I'm going to be at Milwaukee Metal Fest. The weekend after that is Comicpalooza. So meet up with and say hello to each and every one of us. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of stuff coming up, but Comicpalooza is huge. I can't miss it. It's an important thing in Houston, and I'm glad that I'm going to be there. So I'll see you there. Bye.